What the hell's going on? Is this started yet? Oh, dang. I started it by accident. Okay, that's fine. Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome to the Raphie Dawkins Combat Radio. And tonight we have joining us Rick Glaser. And let me just get Rick on. Rick, I think I was live for a couple of seconds before I realized, but that's good. We don't tarry around here. How you doing, Rick?
Good there, Raph. Let's get started.
Let's get the show on the road. We got Rick for a swift half an hour, so we're gonna get it in ASAP. Okay, Rick, without delay, without any tarrying. You want to tell me about boxing stateside over the weekend? I think you had a fight over there with Demetrius Andrade and Benavidez.
Yeah, it was pretty one-sided except for the first round. After the first round, David Benavidez took over, stopped him after 6 rounds. Pretty one-sided fight, as most people expected. I actually thought that Andrade would carry himself into the later rounds and get stopped later, lose a decision. But he had I said he had no legs, but I didn't think his legs were that bad, but they were bad. They just couldn't carry him. That's all there was to it. The legs are gone, so he's 35 years old, going to be 36 very shortly, and he had a lot of amateur fights. He was an Olympian. He's wore out. He's history book.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the way it looks. David Benavidez was just too big, too strong, Rick. Too big, too strong.
Well, that's not his fault.
Right.
Demetrius Andrade's didn't want to fight the gentleman back at 160, gave up his title, thought super middleweight was going to be easier, because figured his speed, but he doesn't have the speed he had at one time, and he doesn't have the legs to carry him. So you got 2 issues there that are very telling, and the Father Time told him what time it was the other day. It's time to check out.
Well, yet Denzel Bentley goes over there, flies over there, gets a bit of a pay packet and fights Yanni Beck, the guy that Andrade decided not to fight. What the hell's all that about? Did well against
Andrade made a lot of bad decisions in his career, and at age 36, he got his first huge payday, and it's game's over. It's, as I wrote on Twitter, it's bye bye boo boo.
Bye bye boo boo.
Yeah, there's nobody. The aura of him was being a 2-division champ who was undefeated and all that kind of stuff. He's no longer undefeated. He quit on his stool, told his corner he didn't want no more, and nobody's going to pay for that. So anymore. So he might as well just hang it up, because he's got nothing left to offer. And after that beatdown and one more training camp with more sparring, he's going to have even less to offer. The fighting part of boxing is degenerative, and you leave a little of yourself every time you step in the ring. And he left a lot of himself in the ring the other night, and he'll be mentally shattered, physically shattered, and he didn't have the legs to carry him before the fight, let alone now in a further fight. And he's not going to fight for the kind of money that he'll be worth. He won't fight for that little money. So he might as well just pack it in.
Might as well pack up and head homeward bound, because I know
that's why it was bye bye boo boo.
Bye bye boo boo. I know he wanted to tangle with Canelo, but
no, he needed to win a real fight for it to have credibility, and you saw that he didn't have the credibility. That's all there is to it. Period. End of story. It's the fateful side of boxing.
Yeah, 100. And so Benavidez now, he goes forward. What's next for Benavidez? Because he wants Canelo, but Canelo don't.
Well, he wants Canelo, but he should fight one of the Charlo brothers. One of them, get rid of one of them. Yeah, for sure. Fight one of the Charlo brothers and be done with it, and then go fight Canelo, because the Charlo brothers, they're both one step from hanging it up in reality, and It's just the way it is, you know.
So why won't Canelo fight him now? Why not? People are asking for it. People want
Well, they can ask as much as they want, but he'll fight. He'll fight. He's everybody out leaked out that he's going to fight Manguia. They're coming to terms with Manguia and Manguia's people for coming up here for May, and maybe they'll fight in September if they do fight. But I can see him fighting Crawford in September after he fights Manguia. I can see that happening too. But believe this or not, Terrence Crawford and Canelo is a much bigger fight than Benavides and Canelo. And the reason for that is two different demographics, where you got two Mexicans fighting each other, where the other fight, you got a black man and a Mexican. So you have a clash of cultures, clash of styles, everything. And I believe that Crawford, after he finishes off Spence the next time, who he does finish off, that fight will be so big it'd be hard not to make it.
Yeah. So it's Crawford's gonna fight Spence first, and then hopefully Canelo. Is that the program?
Probably, but they've got to come up with the money for Spence and Crawford. There's no guarantees now with Showtime out of boxing, so there's no guarantees. There's no money, there's no guarantees, and Crawford ain't going to get in the ring unless there's guarantees. Makes no sense for him not to. Why would he do that? So they're going to have to get guarantees and post them, and then they'll have a fight. And if they don't do that, they're not going to have a fight. I can see that happening. And I don't know, that was so one-sided the first time. Who's going to put the guarantees up?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I wouldn't put the guarantees up.
I don't even think Eddie Hearn would put the guarantees up.
No, for sure he wouldn't.
No, I heard he just lost another bid.
Yeah, he lost one of the Top Rank today. Yeah. But the guy he lost the bid to can't sell a ticket, and the guy Top Rank's guy who won the first bid, he can't sell a ticket. So they got two non-ticket sellers. So it was only 255,000 bid. That's what I didn't understand about Sir Eddie is about why would you put all these fights into the guy, turn the guy pro basically, all these fights into the guy, and now he's fighting for the world title, and you come up lame on a purse bid? I mean, come on. What was the sense of doing that? That's jerk off shit.
Damn. Okay. People coming in the chat, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. We'll get into your questions very shortly. We only got Rick for half an hour, so we're blazing through. Blazing saddles. Okay. So, what was that now? So that was Benavides. What about Charlo? Charlo versus Benavides Jr.
Well, come on. Benavides Jr. should be retired. He's fucking shot all the pieces. He's a shell of his old self that he once was. Not the same guy that fought Crawford. Remember, Crawford stopped him, and Benavides, and Charlo couldn't stop him the other night. So that tells you a lot right there, doesn't it? And Crawford's a welterweight, and the other guy's basically a super middleweight, 166 for Christ's sake.
Yeah. So Charlo just don't seem to. They're straightforward. They're straightforward boxers, both of them. They're more straightforward. They're no whistles, no bells, no thrills, just straightforward stuff.
Yeah, it's you know what. Jamal Charlo's Shotsky. He's on the back. He's definitely on the back nine. There's not even a question about that. Pushing his punches, his legs are too far apart. He's much slower than he was before. People can say it's the rust, it's inactivity. It's just, you can call it what you want. He's damaged goods.
Yeah. I mean, you can't sit out the game when you're 35, 36. You can't take 2.5 years out.
No.
You can't do that. Makes no logical sense whatsoever.
No. He's ruined his own career. He torpedoed his own career. Okay, it's just the way it is. You know what I mean? Just the way it is.
Yeah.
He did torpedo his own career, and it's he's got nobody to blame but himself.
Mm. Does he have enough
You
money
know?
to? Does he have enough money to retire on? 'Cause I don't
Oh,
think.
I don't know. You asking me about guys' financials? I don't know, but I wouldn't imagine he does. No,
Oh Lord.
I
Oh
wouldn't
Lord.
imagine he does. Tied to how he depend and how he lives, and you got to pay taxes. You got to pay your people. He lives real good. I don't think so. I don't think he's in that league.
Mm. 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 That's a shame. Got to make sure your financials are in order. Very short career. Let's have a look what people are saying in the chat real quick. Boo boo boo. Let me just mute your mic while I'm talking, Rick. I'll just mute your mic while I ask the question. Boo boo been waiting single file for a Canelo payday directly while turning down fights to earn it for
He
years.
turned down multi-million-dollar fights, and he ended up on fights he could have won. Now he took a fight for a little more money that he couldn't win.
Yeah.
So I don't know what he's thinking. He's gotten a lot of bad advice in his career. Some of the worst advice I've ever seen.
Mm. Mm.
Or he made bad decisions on his own.
Yeah.
That I don't know which one it is, but it's definitely one of the two.
It's one of the two, because some people you can't tell them nothing, Rick.
What's that?
Because some people you just can't tell them nothing.
No, right. Yeah, I had to fire 2 clients in my life because they weren't listening to me. So I call it firing the client. I said, here, you don't forget about what I can make. You don't listen to me. Why would I take your money?
Exactly.
See ya.
Adios. Hasta la vista, baby.
Right. And then people, when they make the bad decisions, people in the business think that I made those decisions for them, and they know they're bad. So then I look like a clown. So I've got my reputation to uphold. You understand what I'm saying?
Good point. Very good point.
Yeah. So you got to get rid of those kind of people.
You don't want them around you. Reputational damage.
Correct.
Let's have a look here. Bruce Gas up in the building. Cristiano Wu, how you doing, Bruce? Cristiano Wu says apparently Canelo's gonna fight Munguia in May, then Benavidez in September, then Bivol. Oh my God, that's a long way. You know what I'd like to see? Benavidez against Rick. I'd like to see him against Bivol.
What's that? I'm sorry.
You know who I'd like to see Benavidez against at some point? I'd like to see him against Bivol.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think that fight happens. He can't. People can't draw any people. He's a non-attraction. Doesn't do you any good to put a non-attraction in. The non-attraction wins. What do you got? Yeah. It's like when Buster Douglas beat Mike Tyson. You didn't have Mike Tyson. You had Buster Douglas.
Great point. Munguia has a big Mexican following.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I almost forgot. Any other interesting fights over in the USA over the weekend? I think Matias
looked real good. He won a fight. The other guy quit again. I mean, you're talking about good fighters, but you're talking about a guy. I don't know. He just quit after 4 rounds. I mean, he never. When you get to that stage, a world title fight, you're supposed to suck it up. And he didn't. He definitely didn't suck it up.
No. Cristiano Wu. I hate that some fans are demanding Canelo Crawford. What's the point of Canelo defeating a 147 fighter? It's ridiculous. Who after that? Tank Davis?
What's that? I'm sorry.
I hate that Cristiano Wu says, I hate that some fans are demanding Canelo v. Crawford. What's the point of Canelo defeating a 147 fighter? That's ridiculous. Who?
Because that's the fight that's going to make the most amount of money for him and the most amount of money for Crawford, and everybody makes out, and he's still a legendary figure now, Crawford. Yeah, people can't deny that anymore.
I want to see it. I want to see it so I can answer the question. I want to see. You want to see the little guy go up against a bigger guy and see how he does. That's a part of boxing history.
Yep, I agree.
Yep, 100%.
I agree.
Yep, 100%. Okay, let me go through the list. Go through the list. I'll get another question. I'll put your mic on mute there for a second while I look for a question, Rick. Let's have a look. If PBC don't get a promoter, surely Canelo's contract is void unless they let him fight on other platforms. What do you say about that, Rick?
I couldn't hear you again. What was that?
That's no problem. If PBC don't get a broadcaster, surely Canelo's contract is void unless they let him.
I know, because it's not void, because they just have to come up with somebody to guarantee the money. Right. It wouldn't be void.
Right.
If they don't come up with something to guarantee the money and he refuses to get in the ring, then it would be void more than likely. I'm not looking at the contract, but that's normally how it works.
Let me mute your mic again while I go for the next question. Let's have a look. Scrolling. Jose's a welterweight and Charlo couldn't damage him at super middle. Get the F out of here. Wow. Jose dominated. He only went the distance because Jamal was rusty.
Jamal's shot. He's not rusty. When you're rusty, it means your timing's bad. When your legs are far apart and like that, and you're pushing your punches, that means you're shot.
Dang.
So
no shame losing to David. Andrade actually traded with him, says Chase Athletics. I'm trying to unmute Rick at the same time he's trying to unmute himself. So now we got a stalemate. Don't try to unmute yourself, Rick. I'll unmute you. Got a stalemate. There we go. You're unmuted. There you go, Rick. Okay, no shame losing to David. Andrade actually traded with him. Okay. We'll talk about women's boxing shortly. I'll do that after Rick's gone. Rick's not really too much into the women's thing. So we'll talk about that shortly. We got Rick for another 10 minutes, I reckon, or 5, something like that. What's going on? What are people saying in the chat? David can honestly go to 175 and 200, win titles in the next 15 months. What do you say about that, Rick?
Yeah, he can fight at 175. No question.
Yeah.
No question about it. I agree with that.
Yeah.
He's a big growing kid. I mean, no question. He's only 26, 27 years old. He's a tough guy. I happen to agree. 200 is a different issue. He might be able to succeed at it, but he wouldn't be dominant at 200.
No, 200 is a bit high.
No, there's some guys that are heavyweights that squeeze down. So,
Yeah, big up yourself. Thank you, Chase Athletics. Let me just have a look here. I don't know why so many thought Boo Boo would go the distance. David is really a light heavy or a cruiser, and Boo Boo is really a middleweight. Size counts. Size matters. Size matters, Rick.
What's that?
Size matters.
Yes.
Benavides, Andrade, size matters. It's a real thing.
Yes. 100%. Size does matter.
There's a few special ones who kind of somehow negate that, but generally speaking, they're the exception rather than the rule.
Yes, 100%. Well said.
Cristiano Wu says, I saw a video of Jim Lampley. I saw a video of Jim Lampley calling Benavides a potential heavyweight prospect. What do you think about that, Rick?
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Outlandish.
Well, what Jim Lampley knows about professional boxing, you can write out a Matchbox cover, a large yellow crayon.
That's why we have him, folks. That's why we have him. Rick don't pull no punches. Just tell it like it is. Tell it like it is, Rick. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Let me mute Rick's mic while I just get the next question up. Okay. So, King Rai.
Hello?
Yeah. I've got you muted, Rick, to mute out the background noise. I mute you when I'm asking the question, then I unmute you when it's time for you to ask the question. That's how we're doing it today, Rick, just to kill the background noise. So you're muted right now, and it's all good. Okay. So King Rai is up against Duarte this coming Saturday. You want to talk to me a little bit about that before you go, Rick?
Yeah, it's going to be a good fight. It's Duarte can punch, and Ryan Garcia don't take a great shot, looks like to me. And Duarte's got balls. He's a little tad slower, and that might be the difference for Garcia to win. But it's going to be a hell of a fight, no question about it. That's on the Zone on Saturday night, live from Houston.
Yes, indeed, it is on the Zone in the UK and the US of A. Any fight of interest that you got on that card, Rick, that comes to immediately to mind?
Not really, but just that main event's going to be really good. Right.
So there you have it, folks. You have been notified what's going down, and I think you got December the 2nd. You got Schofield versus Torres also on the Zone. I think that's on the undercard, maybe.
Yes, it is. That's a solid fight. Schofield's a real good prospect. He should become lightweight champ eventually. He's a young kid. He's like 21 years old, and he's got a lot of potential. Really, really good fighter. Nice kid, good looking. Looks like the real deal.
Something to look forward to. Okay, so get your questions in. We got Rick for a couple of minutes more, I think. About 2 minutes more, so get your questions in ASAP. Let's have a look. Let's see what people are. Excuse me. Let's see what people are saying. David can go toe to toe with a Coley. Most certainly, I think he can.
No, he get Bacoli. You mean Martin Bacoli? Not a prayer.
A Coley.
He gets knocked so stiff when he wakes up. He asks him to go to the corner store, and he won't even be in the city.
Coley, Rick. OK.
Lawrence Coley.
Yeah.
No, he can't. No, I don't know about that. No, Lawrence Coley's got a good jab. No, he got good footwork. No, I don't think so.
Okay. Good. David can beat Badu Jack. Why not?
Well, Badu Jack's 40 years old.
Yeah.
Maybe closer to 41. Come on.
Ha. DJ Georgie Porgy up in the building. How do you do? What we see here. I've seen. Hold on. Let me kill that background noise. Okay. I've seen F.A. Apache in person, and David is bigger than him. Is that true?
Big bag. It's a good one. 3 of them. Hello?
Yeah, we're still here.
Good one. What's that?
Yeah, that's cool. Get 3 of the good ones, Rick. Get 3 of the good ones.
You're not kidding.
Get 3 of the juicy ones. Okay, so what we're saying here, we're looking for we're looking for a good one. What's this one here? Second bout. No, that's his second bout. You got to get more experience under his belt. Terence Crawford on Benavidez. He's ready for Canelo. Okay, a lot of Benavidez. It's all about Benavidez. It's all about Benavidez this week. So it would appear. What's going on? Yeah, it's all about Benavidez. Okay, so let's have a look over here. Zerdo versus Hart. What are you saying about that, Rick? Zerdo. Oh, what are you talking about? Forget about that. Jack vacated his cruiser belt, so that guy who beat Makabu has the belt now. Yeah.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Jack vacated his cruiserweight belt, so the guy who beat Makabu has the belt now.
Yeah.
Okay. Andrade's beat nobody and never will. OMG. Okay, Rick, we got you.
Okay, I got to hit the street. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll see you next Monday. Okay, buddy. Bye bye now.
See you next Monday, Rick. See you next Monday. Okay, marveloso. Okay, bloody hell. Chase Athletics asking the same bloody question 10 times. For fuck's sakes. Friggin' hell, man. You're killing me. Okay. Well, at least you asked questions. Thank you very much. That was the Rick Glaser. What we saying now? So we're moving on. We go in UK sides. So let me get this in here. Boom. Had me asking Rick the same bloody question 7 times over, Chase Athletics. What the hell's all that about? Bloody hell, mate. Oh, bloody hell. Okay. And we move on. So what? The link is in there. Let me make sure everything is in order. And then we move on to the next portion of the show. What are we doing? What can I see before me? Boom. Okay. That's all right. I should have read them first. I asked the same bloody question over and over again. Bloody hell, mate. A variety of the same question. He's already answered the question. He asked it a different way. Same bloody question. Never mind. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh. Friggin' hell. Let's have a look here. Let's get that down a little bit. Why is that doing that? Why is it like that? Okay. Share it. Show it. There we go. Okay. So let's get everything in order. Damn that. Okay. Matter of fact, what the hell? How many people are in here? How many people are in here? How many are there? All right, let's count. Who's here? Different people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, okay. Okay, so there's 7 different people. How many likes? All right, cool. Fair enough. It seems everybody has selected the like button. As a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat. Let me do a belated sound check because you never know. As a matter of fact, and it's good. It's good. It's all good in the hood. Let's have a look. What are people saying? What are people saying? What have I got to do now? What have I got to do now? I got that up. I just feel I got to do something. I don't. Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah. I remember. I know what I got to do. I know what I got to do. What have I done? What am I doing? What have I done? Okay, there we go. We're going to hit that. We're going to pin that. So if anybody wants to come in, your best get in ASAP because we don't come to tarry. We don't come to tarry. You'll notice that I was eating my dinner just now. Well, you know, that's what happens. That's what happens, son. When, you know, you're busy, you get it in. You get it in. And you get in where you fit in. So you fit it in where you can get it in. That's how it goes, mate. That's how it goes. Okay. I think everything is in order as we commence. As we commence with what probably will emerge to be the biggest topic of the show, in my humble estimation. Okay, so where am I? Where's the video? All up in the video. Where's the video? Let's have a look. Let's get the video up. We can use that to the background images. Hope I'm not sharing this. Hope I'm not sharing this. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, so let me use that as the background as we talk about it, because we have to talk about it. We quite simply have to talk about it, and you know where we're going. You know where we're going. Okay, so let me get a new banner. Or let me adjust the banner. Let me do it differently. Oh, I best not do that because it might block off. It might block off. So look, see if it blocks off the feet. No, it don't block off the feet. You can see it there. You can see it there. What? Is he blocking again? Is he blocking? No, it's not blocking. Okay, you know it. Oh, there it is. You can see it on your screen. You can see it on your screen, and you know what we're talking about. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Okay, so female boxing, not a topic, not a topic. Well, that's funny because we're talking about it right now. Yeah, generally speaking, I would agree. It's not a topic generally, but in this case, it most certainly is, because I think that Katie Taylor, like her or not, she has accomplished a lot, and she has got a buzzsaw action. If she was a man, I think she'd have a nose splattered all over her face right about now. But she's a woman, and it appears, I did a video and it's got a lot of traction. Well, certain amount of traction, a lot of traction. Yeah, a lot of traction. And it's entitled Cameron Robbed, or whatever. What's her name? Chantel Cameron. And this fight took place in Ireland. Of course, we're talking about Cameron versus Katie Taylor. Hold on. Yeah, the world knows the jab was a knockdown. The ref got it wrong. It's done now. I'm over it. Well, I'm glad you're over it, mate. I'm glad you're over it. But people like Cameron, people like Cameron, I don't think they're over it yet. I'm not even a David fan. Don't worry about it. What's going on there? Yeah, it's good that you're over it, but it's just happened that I'm sure a lot of oh dear. Yeah, people use some ill-advised terms from time to time. That's a reality. It would be nice if people could disagree nicely, but that's not always how it goes down, I'm afraid. Okay, don't. What can I say? Don't just fire back and don't take it to heart. That's what I do. Fire back and don't take it to heart. Fire back and move on. That's what I. Okay, here we go. Where is it? Why isn't that coming up? She didn't seem too upset. She smiled and clapped for Taylor when the decision came out. Yes, and then she walked out of the friggin' ring seconds later. Is that not upset? Is that not upset? Yes, she smiled and clapped and then got out the friggin' ring before she could do the traditional interview and whatnot and take the pictures and whatnot. Of course she was upset. As she had every right to be. You know what I mean? She's just been robbed. And people say, well, Raphie, was that a robbery? Well, what else? What am I looking for? What else would you describe it as? You're the IBF, IBO, WBA, WBC, WBO, Women's World Super Lightweight Champion. What is that? Unified? Yeah, unified. And then you got some numbnut. Of a referee. There he is. Gustavo Numbnuts. There he is. You can see him as well as I can. There's a knockdown. Perfectly good knockdown. A jab. Cameron knocks what's her name? Taylor down with a jab. And the referee and the referee comes and waves it off. And you're trying to tell me that ain't nothing. Get over it. Cameron's got over it. You think Cameron's got over that? Oh my God. Couple that with here we go. Nowhere near Taylor's feet. For all those people saying that Cameron stood on Taylor's feet, you are sorely mistaken. I'm playing it again. Hopefully you can see it. There you go. Not even near the foot. How many times have I got to do this? There's about 100 people. There's in excess of 100 comments. That's about what? That's maybe about 60 comments and then 60 replies, something like that. Maybe 80 comments and 30 replies, something like that. People are animated and rightly so. Let me just get that on repeat. For people who are coming at me saying Cameron stood on a foot though. You know what I mean? Cameron stood on a foot though. Cameron didn't stand on a foot. And Chantel is most certainly not over it. You know, I heard that her people were bristling in the hotel afterwards. You know what I mean? You don't get over. How are you going to get over being robbed of your undisputed title by a referee who was overlooking the headbutts? You seen the gash? Have you seen the gash? That's a serious gash. That's a serious gash, mi amigo. There's no drink quite like aqua. Although I had to have a red rum. Red rum? Red rum, for those who don't know, was a very popular, famous racehorse. Famous? Yeah, famous racehorse. How dare you? How dare you? Too serious. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the video's up there. It's turned out to be quite popular. I am saying something that a lot of people are not saying. Came out and I said it, you put your head on the block. People want to come and try and chop it off, but when you're right, you're right. When you're right, you're right. And I was damn right. I was damn right. There was no entanglement. There was no entanglement. There's good few inches in between both feet, in between the feet. Good few inches. And I highly doubt. And another factor, I mean, this is as slow as it can. Actually, hold on. I think I can get this slower. I think I can get this shiznix even slower. I'm pretty sure I can. Let's have a go. Let's have a look. Oh, this is amazing. This is amazing. Look how slow this is. Look at it. 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 Now, then, the beautiful thing is that as Cameron's foot comes down, Taylor's foot comes up, almost proving, delineating that there was no contact betwixt the feet whatsoever. There you go. Watch it now. It was in slow-mo before. Now it's in super slow-mo. How about that? There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Don't want to hear anybody talking, asking me any more questions about this, Shizzle. It's clear. It's there. It's clear. Hold on a second. Hold on. I should have sent a tweet to somebody regarding this. To somebody regarding this. Hold on. I'm back in a second. Stop cam. All right. Entertain. Talk to yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay. Guess who's back in the house for your nah? Well, okay. No need for that. No need for that, Raphie. No need for that. I find it funny that people still take dives like you aren't going to get caught VAR. We're talking about football or this? We're saying that there should be VAR in boxing. Actually, there should bloody well be VAR in boxing because that way Chantel Cameron would not have. As a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat, let's do a poll anyway. Woo. What's going on there? Matter of fact, let's do a poll anyway. Not that it matters. I mean, I know what's what. I know the reality of the situation. I see it. Cal L up in the building. I forgot to share this on social media. Did I forget to share it or did I share it? I think I forgot to share it. Okay. Talk amongst yourselves. I got to put this out there. What's this here? Cal L up in the building. I got to share this before I get on to the next stanza because we're going to have to talk about the points, the scoring. We're going to have to talk about the scorecards. But first things first. First things first. My peeps come first. We're gonna have to spread the news. Let's put it out there. Let's put it out there. Let's put it out there. There you see it. There you see it. There you see it. There you see it. And down goes Taylor. Looking for a soft spot to land. OMG. Okay. OMG. All right, let me just share this right quick. What are we doing? We're gonna pull that down. We're gonna pull that down. You don't want me all up in the video. Yo, you want me all up in the video? You don't need me all up in the video. And as a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat. Let me share my screen. I'm going to have to take a minute, around 60 seconds. I'm going to be gone for 60 seconds sharing this shiznix. Why not? Why not? And then we're going to get into the scorecards because I've come up with something. Yo, salute the Raphie. I've seen something. I've come up with something I haven't seen. I've looked around. I've been seeking. I've been searching, trying to find. I've been seeking, searching, trying to find somebody who discovered what I discovered. And I ain't seen it yet. I've been all over social media. I've been on Twitter. I've been on Facebook. I've been on Instagram. Instagram blew up for me in a good way. Yeah, but anyway, that's another story for another time. But I need to get this in, so I'll be gone for 60 seconds. So I won't be communicating with you. Well, maybe I can. Maybe I can multitask. Maybe I can multitask and do the same to do this while I'm doing that. 117 comments in the video. Chantel Cameron robbed by dodgy ref decision. I stand by that. Well, it's no question. It's not even an opinion. I can show it and I can demonstrate that mathematically. Mathematically. Let's do this. Let's copy that. Let's paste that. Where we at? Chantel Cameron robbed by dodgy ref decision. Katie Taylor 2 fight. Okay. Where is it? Okay, that's that. Boom. Yeah, yep. Okay. Let's get that in there like so. And I think we're good. That's not even the same damn thing. I'm posting up the wrong thing. Well, as a matter of fact, I'll post that anyway. I'll post that there. Let me get that in like so. And then also, let's go to the right thing. As a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat, why don't I bring up the scorecards? I got it somewhere. I know where it is. Where it is. I know where it is. Maybe I should put that up. Or maybe I shouldn't change the picture. Maybe I shouldn't change the picture on the screen. And did I even do the poll? Did I do the poll? What the hell? Damn, there's so much to do. I didn't even do the poll, did I? All right, well, let's do the poll now. Okay, so what's the poll? What was the question of the poll? The question would have been, Was it a legit knockdown? K-N-O-C-K down. P-O-W. Why am I spelling it out loud? What's going on? Makes it look like I'm just learning to read. What the hell's going on? Was it a legit knockdown? KT CC versus KT. KT, you know KT is and you know CC is, yeah? CC is obviously Chantel Cameron. Yes, no, don't know. People don't know. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you don't know. Even though I've put the evidence in your friggin' faces. Hey, maybe some people still don't know. You know what I mean? Not everybody's fast. Everybody goes at a different pace. Everybody's got a different processing speed. Don't know. If you don't know something, it's not necessarily a disgrace or a shame and a disgrace on you. But if you're showing it and you still don't know, if it's still in your face and you don't know, that might be problematic, old boy. That might be problematic. Me old sunshine. Me old sunbeam. What's going on there? Don't know. Okay. Okay. So the poll is up. There it is for your delectation and your experimentation, whatever. So the poll is up, and we is notorious. That's a Duran song, by the way. It just come up the road from the Raphie. Duran up the road from the Raphie. Notorious. Actually, no. We won't go into that. I almost admitted that I was at one of their concerts one time. I outed myself. Raphie outed himself. It was a Duran concert. Yo, listen, somebody else bought a ticket. There was a party of people. They asked me, Raphie, you want to come? And I said, yeah, you need chip in for this. And then this is on. We go in there. I said, okay. It was a good crowd. Some gal them. It was nice. Raphie outed himself. Oh, Lord. Went to a Duran concert. Good Lord. Hope this don't get out. Hope this don't get out on the interwebs. Lord have mercy. Where we at? So the poll is there. But I'm trying to do something else, and I'm trying to remember what it is that I wanted to do. And now I remember. Now you remember. Funny how you always remember right at the end. Yeah. Okay, let's do this. Nasty gash on Cameron's lid. Yeah, all right, that's good. Y'all. Y'all. Let's get some hashtags in, and then we're gonna carry on. We're gonna carry on with this thing. Don't worry yourself. Raphie's here. Have no fear. We're just doing some social media stuff, which I forgot to do. You know what I mean? Not long got in from work. It's been a good day. Been a long day, but it's cool. I'm feeling relatively fresh. I just had a wicked meal where you just saw me eating some of it. It lasted longer than perhaps one might have hoped. Yes. Now resident mushroom eater is in the place. Yeah, I went to a concert by Duran, and they were very, very good. I came out of the club, Duran, they were very good. Notorious. They're the ones who did that. Before Notorious, actually. Before the fake Notorious. So Duran did Notorious before Notorious, the B.I.G., and before the fake Notorious, Connor. OMG. And the fight doctor certainly isn't in the closet when it comes to mushroom eating activities. That's for sure. So if I do this, what's going to happen? A whole lot of that. I don't want that to happen. What happened there? Yeah, that's it. I went to see Roberto Duran versus Sugar Ray Leonard. That's what happened. I must have had an aneurysm for a second there, and yeah, got my Durans mixed up. What's this here? What does that do? 20 minutes of feather dusting. The ring must have been spotless. 20 minutes of feather dusting. It was feather dusting. I don't know. You lost me there. Feather dusting. Feather dusters. You like feather dusters? Okay. Let's go. Let's get that up in there. And let's get this up in there. Boom. All right, so that's that. And let's put that over there. Let's share it on a friend's profile. Let's go with Don House. All right, Doctor, the link is in there if you want to partake. You want to tell us what happened to your boy Boo Boo? Benavidez tuned him up wickedly. I actually felt sorry for Andrade. Live. We are live. Homegrown stuff. For the homegrown stuff. Okay. Like, subscribe, comment, share. We got a few minutes to go. We're still here. We in here. We ain't going anywhere. We in here. Marine blue Hamburg. Do you think a Hamburg would suit the Raphie? I think I might be investing. In one of those. We are live. We are live. Let me bring up the scorecards, and then we talk about some of the finer points. Live. Oh, there we are. All right. Did you need a? Yes. We have a guest, and I'll allow him to introduce himself.
Yo, Fight Doctors in the house on Rick James status as always.
Wicked.
Good evening, sir.
How do you do, Fight Doctor? How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. I had a happy Thanksgiving and had way too much to eat. So all is good in the Fight Doctor's hood.
Yeah, that's excellent. Why? I had too much to eat. To eat on just before the live show on Saturday, the Katie Taylor show, and very uncomfortable. I had a meat feast, not pizza, but the literal meat feast. The grilled meats and all that. And I'd had more than I realized. And when I realized it was just time for the show, I felt very nauseous, very uncomfortable. But I made it through, and it was very. And you probably haven't seen that fight, have you?
No, I haven't seen that fight. No.
It was I've done a video, so I'm not gonna go into it. But check out the video after the show. Should you feel so inclined, it's there.
I'll do that.
We are live. I just want to finish off this thing, but yeah. So, which fight did you see? Did you see Boo Boo?
Yeah, I did see the Andrade and Benavidez fight, and I must say that I was quite impressed with both fighters. I was impressed with the determination that Andrade showed. He came to fight, took a beating.
Yeah.
But he didn't run, and he basically went toe to toe with the Mexican monster, and refused to take no for an answer. So in that respect, I was very impressed. The first 3 rounds, he was essentially having his way with Benavidez.
Right.
And I was impressed with how Benavidez was able to essentially turn on a dime and turn things around in the 4th round. And it was essentially all downhill from there for Andrade.
Andrade.
So hats off to both fighters. Excellent night of boxing, I thought. Excellent main event. I think the main event, while on paper not a pay-per-view worthy fight, it did give us pay-per-view worthy action. It was a very good fight. And I think now, Benavidez needs to, look towards bigger and better things. Mm-hmm. We all know that Alvarez is going to duck. The murmuring is that Alvarez wants to fight Munguia.
Yep.
In May,
mm-hmm.
and supposedly fight Benavidez in September.
Yeah.
Which, I would be surprised if Alvarez finds his way into a Benavidez fight. I honestly don't think he wants any parts of Benavidez. I think that's clear by now. Anyone who's on the fence as far as Benavidez having been ducked by Alvarez, I think they should come down off the fence. Clearly on the side of the fact that it's nothing but a duck, and it should be as clear as day. This is a duck. He wants nothing to do with Benavidez, and I don't blame him because Benavidez will stop Alvarez. There's no question in my mind.
It's fair to say, well, he's a big middleweight, super middleweight. He could be a light heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? He could easily go up to light heavyweight. Easily.
I think he could go up to light heavyweight and rule. I think he could take Bivol, and I think he's competitive with what's his name?
Beterbiev.
Beterbiev. I think that fight is 50-50, and as time goes on, the pendulum swings more in Benavidez's favor, I think.
Benavidez, big Benavidez.
Benavidez is 26, and Beterbiev is what, 35, 36, 37 maybe?
Yeah, Benavidez. I mean, Beterbiev is up there.
So I mean, he hasn't shown any chinks in his armor, but Father Time is undefeated, and it's just a matter of time.
He's shown some chinks. Benavidez has shown some chinks.
Well, maybe one or two, but nobody's come close to beating him.
Well, nobody's come close to beating him, but I mean, even in the Anthony Yard fight, Yard stunned him a few times.
Yeah.
And so one of these days, it's going to be more than a stun.
Well, a young, strong guy like Benavidez could definitely give Beterbiev some problems. No question.
Yes. David Benavidez, the monster. Let's pull him up on the screen. I've moved around some of my tabs now, so I have to look for them instead of just okay, there we are. Shouldn't move the tabs. Leave the tabs where they are. Leave the tabs alone. Tabs never did anything to you. Let's pull that up then. Don't worry, folks. We're still going to talk about the Chantel Cameron, but while we got an American in the building, we're going to stay stateside before I come back to the UK. I just want to pull up some stuff. Moved around some tabs. Now I'm looking for everything. It's not where I left it. Benavidez is looking like his brother here. Which one is it? Damn it. This is the monster. Let me pull him up. Let me show him on the screen. Can you see him on the screen? No, that's not the one. My tabs are all over the place. Let's try and get some order here. Let's move this over there like so. Let's move this over there like so. Don't play around with your tabs. Oh, it's there. It's up on the screen. Okay. So that is indeed the monster. What is he? 28 bouts, 26 years of age, the monster. Looking a lot like his brother there. Looks weird. I don't know. Maybe the facial hair looks odd on him. Super middle. So next Next step is obviously light heavy, super middle, light heavy. Goes up, fights Bivol, Benavides. Arguably should be up there already. 6'2", for goodness sakes. 6'2".
He's a big super middleweight.
He's a big kid.
Yeah, he's a big super middleweight.
He's a big kid. What do I want to say about that? Well, yeah, we've already said it. What else is there to say? Cristiano Wu says, I think Canelo stops Benavides. Canelo will put the pressure on Benavides and slowly break him down. What do you say about that fight, doctor? Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm covering all bets. That's what I have to say to that. If your money is on Canelo, I'm covering all bets.
Okay, OMG. OMG. You heard Cristiano Wu. I never seen you put your hand in your pocket yet, so maybe this is the first time for you. If you got the powers of your conviction, yeah, put your hand in your pocket. I never seen you put your hand in your pocket. Yeah, put your hand in your pocket. How about that? How about that, Cristiano Wu? How about that? How about that? What's his knockout ratio? I would imagine it's 85.7. That's a high knockout ratio. Listen, I want to see all his fights, man. He's an exciting cat.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet right now.
Yeah.
That
right
September,
now.
It will be Crawford and Canelo.
September, it will be Crawford. Well, no, I mean, that's what's expected to be. That's what we want. In September.
Alvarez is going to duck this guy. He's going to continue to duck this guy.
You don't want this guy. This fight, Canelo versus Benavides, isn't as big as Canelo versus Crawford.
It probably is not. It probably isn't. And that's the reason why we're not. That's the reason why we're going to get Crawford Canelo in September.
I want to see Crawford Canelo in September.
Because financially, if it's not bigger, it is as big and way less risk from Canelo's point of view.
For Canelo's side.
Right. Exactly.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So there ain't gonna be much argument there because Crawford's got to fight. Spencer guy. Spencer for hire. Crawford's got to fight Spencer for hire. You ever watch that show?
Yeah. So So Crawford is going to rematch Spence. Yeah. Knock him out a second time. All right.
Yeah.
Canelo's going to fight Munguia in May. And then September, we get Crawford Canelo in a super fight.
Yeah. Say again.
And then in September, we get Crawford Canelo in a super fight.
Yeah. Anyone watch that show? Do you ever watch that show, Spencer Fire?
That was like I think that was the 70s.
No, in the 70s. That was the 80s.
Yeah, early 80s, I believe that was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that show. Yeah.
Yeah, for real. Let's see if anybody in the chat remembers. Spencer for Hire. Just popped into my head.
That's the show. What's the guy's name? Avery Johnson, the guy who played Cisco on Star Trek.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, that's where he got his sort of debut as Hawk.
Yeah.
The
Hawk.
So everyone pretty much watched the show for him.
Yeah. I remember that show. Did you mean Spencer for Hire? Yeah, I did.
Spencer for Hire, yeah.
1985 drama. Damn, that's the year Raphie was born.
I didn't know you were that young.
I'm just a baby.
You're a youngin'.
I'm just a youngin', damn it. I'm just a youngin'. People overestimate my age because they see the wisdom. OMG. Spencer for Hire. Come on. Spencer for Hire. People, don't you remember? Okay, 1985 just came into my head. For the first time in all these years. Crazy, yo. Shizzle is crazy, yo. Okay, let's bring that down. And what do I want to say? Is there anything else I want to say? What about your boy Charlo? Talk to me about your boy Charlo.
He looked better than I thought he would, but he should stay away from Benavidez. And I think in his next fight, he should stay away from any serious threat at 168. I think his days at 160 are done. It would be foolish to go back down to 160. I don't think he can make the weight and compete.
Yeah.
He could probably get down to 160, but he would be drained, and essentially it would be Roy Jones, Antonio Tarver all over again, in my mind. But I mean, he looked. His offense wasn't so bad. He didn't look all that good defensively, I thought. The power was not there.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
Yeah, the punching power was definitely not there. This guy is coming up from 47.
Yeah.
And, you should have been moving this guy with every punch, but just, the fact that he went 10 rounds with this guy and, Benavidez looked as if he could have gone another 5 rounds. So, there's cause for concern in my mind for Camp Charlo. The fact that they weren't able to move this guy, they weren't able to put a dent in this guy. And he's coming up from 47, and you are effectively now a super middleweight.
Yeah.
There is no more going back to 160. That's over and done with. Yeah. So I thought that my honest assessment of Charlo is, all things considered, it's
washed up. It's over. Game over.
I don't know that it's game over, but it's like the 7th inning stretch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's game over, man. It's game over, but carry on.
Yeah, because, there were some things there, I mean, look, having been off 2.5 years, he looked good in that sense for a guy who hadn't fought professionally in 2.5 years. And, even though Benavidez is coming up from 47, Benavidez is a good fighter. There's no question about that. So in that respect, he looked good. But you are the middleweight champion of the world. You are the number 1 160-pounder in the world. This guy's coming up from 47. He should not have been able to go 10 rounds with you. Period. End up.
No.
So yeah, I think pretty much anyone in the top 10 gives him problems. All of the guys in the top 5 at 168 probably beat him, and definitely the top 2 or 3 guys stop him. I think, in my mind.
Well, the problem, my problem. Listen, he's obviously had some issues that they're talking about. I don't know. I haven't seen the paperwork. I haven't seen the court document, but he's been alleged that it's been alleged that he said, he's had some issues. I've seen him say he's had some issues. I've seen him allude to mental health issues, and I've seen him on his lives. I've done a video on when he's doing his Instagram lives or whatever, social media lives. I've seen him looking out of whack, looking kind of high. Now, I'm not saying if a man wants to get high, he can't get high. Yeah, you can, but I mean, you have to take care. You have to take care of your shizzle. I mean, now I've just been talking to Rick. You miss Rick, and I asked the question. Well, is this cat? Can this cat retire now? Has he got enough? Assets? Has he got enough assets that he can live on? We're not just talking about money, but has he got property? Has he got rental property that's going to bring him in an income every month? Monthly. Has he got properties that he's renting out, commercial properties, residential properties? Has he got little businesses that bring in a steady income that he's gonna need, a steady revenue that he's gonna need in retirement, because the sporting life is a short one? Is he set up like that? Is his thing set up like that, where he has made investments that are going to bring him in a solid revenue for the rest of his life? Because that's what it is. That's what it means to be a sportsman. You're building to get to a place where you've got enough money to make investments. You've made wise investments, like people like Tony Bellew, even Carl Frutch, as much as I don't have time for him. Even David Allen has taken good instruction and invested in property, rental properties, residential, commercial. Those guys are set. So not only do those guys have money in the bank, but they have, but even better than that, arguably. Yeah, I would even say even better than that is they have assets. They have solid assets. They have properties that will give them a return for the rest of their lives. And actually still give them a return after they're passed on, because, the kids, they got kids who will still be reaping benefits from the investments. I don't know. I heard Deontay Wilder say back in the day that Al Heyman is very good with his advice, money advice, and investments and whatnot. I've heard Deontay Wilder say that. So I just hope that, Al or whoever else has encouraged them guys to make solid investments that will pay them a living wage for the rest of their lives. I just hope so, because then what's the point in putting your health on the line, pretty much your well-being on the line, to retire, to live good for a few years and then retire, and then your outgoings exceed your income. Your outgoings are now exceeding your incomings. Your outgoings exceeding your incomings because you're living too large. Are these cats living too large? I mean, his brother's okay now. He's probably set for life. But if you don't have your financial P's and Q's in order, then it don't matter how much you earn, you can still go broke. If you don't have your financial P's and Q's in order. So, I just hope he's got his financial matters in order, because I don't see him left long in this game. So I hope they're right. I hope they're right, Fight Doctor. I hope they're right.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he'll be able to find a big fight and cash out. I wouldn't be surprised if Alvarez doesn't come calling. But Charlo still has a name, so I'm sure that he'll find a big fight at some point, and can ride off into the sunset.
Right off into the sunset. Well, you see, that's the problem there, Fight Doctor. That's the problem there. There's a problem there, and the problem there is if you're still looking or waiting for your big payday at this stage of the game, then that's problematic, because you should be on your P's and Q's by now. You should have your P's and Q's. You should have your I's dotted and your T's crossed by now when it comes to the finances. Anything that you get now, it should just be a cherry on the cake. So if you're still waiting to cross your I's and dot your T's in the 11th inning, to say you can't change a player's game in the 9th inning or whatever. Trying to change a player's game in the 9th inning, I don't know, man. You got to have your P's and Q's in order. You got to cross your I's. You got to have crossed your financial I's and dotted your You got to have crossed you dotted your financial I's and crossed your financial T's, really, really and truly, at this stage of the game. So I hope for their sake. And he's got a lot of kids too. So I hope for their sake he's right, because if you got a fair weather chick, she's gonna be out of there. She's gonna be up out of there. These kind of situations seems kind of rocky. Seems like rocky roads. Rocky roads. Was it a legal knockdown? Chantel Cameron versus Katie Taylor. I should have left a space. There. Yes, 66%. Don't know, 33%. No, 0%. So it's either yes, 2/3 of the vote. Don't know, 1/3 of the vote. That's fair enough. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that share button. Any other fight that stood out for you over there in the USA this week and the Fight Doctor?
So unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to watch the whole card Saturday. There was that fight between the Puerto Rican guy at 140 pounds.
Mateus?
Mateus, yes. Yeah. And, I caught a glimpse of it, and I was really impressed with his poise. The guy he was fighting, came out early and, put a lot of pressure on Mateus, and he just sort of maintained his poise and, went about his business like a true professional. Right. And, brought the matter to a swift conclusion. And, I'm looking forward to seeing him in the future. And, I think he's going to be a problem for anybody at 140 pounds. And I'm looking forward to seeing him against the top guys in the division.
Okay. So that's the American side taken care of. And we still got around a few minutes to go. So I'm going to go on ahead and head on in. You can stick around to Fight Doctor. If you got time, you can stick around for the next few minutes as we bring this thing home. First and foremost, let me bring up the scorecards and let me talk to people through this. I don't even know if I have to get too deep into it, but because I went deep in the video, but I'll touch on it nonetheless. And here it is. Okay, let me bring this up. Turn the music up. Okay, let me share. Move that over so. There's way too many windows open. This is crazy, yo. Let me share that. Let me show it on the screen. Boom. Okay. Okay. So, what's that? Cameron robbed. Let me drop that out of the way. Okay. So, boxing fans hit out at the atrocious. Okay. So, let me get into this. So, the Chantel Cameron fight versus Katie Taylor. I've said it all in the videos. I guess it's okay to search for the big money. What's this here? I guess it's okay. To search for the big money fights, but this kind of attitude of being inactive, looking for the big paydays, hurts the sport very much so. Jamel like Andrade moved to 168 so they could potentially get a fight with Canelo. My mind slipped. Jamel like Andrade moved to 168 so they could potentially get a fight with Canelo. I don't think he's going to get it. Well, not after his brother's effort. Jamal like Andrade, not after his brother's effort. They've already fought one Charlo, and that Charlo just came to get the money. Fight Doctor, that Charlo just came to get the money and not get too badly hurt. Just tucked up. He just tucked and covered up, and that was it.
I'll tell you what, I will never pay for another Jamel Charlo pay-per-view ever again in life. Behind that performance he put on in the Alvarez fight.
Shameless.
It was a golden opportunity.
Yeah. Could have done something. Could have tried something. And then at the end, he had the audacity to say you could have done more.
Well, you had 12 rounds to do more, sir.
At the end of it, he had the audacity. The bare-faced audacity to come out of the ring and backstage say, yeah, I think I could have done more. What the f are you talking about? How many chances do you think you're gonna have to get to fight Canelo, who will no doubt go down as an ATG? And you're talking about backstage, you barely got a bruise on you, and you're talking about you think you could have done more. What the is that about? What about leaving it all in the ring? How about that? He had no intention of leaving it all in the ring. He wanted to get in there, safe, talk. He wanted to get in there and talk. That's what Jamel did. He went in that ring and he talked. You know what I mean? I'm talking about putting it on the table. Nah, didn't put nothing on the table. He got in there and he talked, mate. He talked.
It was shameful.
Shameful, shameless, disgraceful. Get the fuck out of here with that shizzle. Now he's messed up his brother's bag. Mind you, his brother messed up his own bag. You got plenty of time for nervous breakdowns. I'm sorry. You got plenty of time for nervous breakdowns. You got plenty of time to lose your ish. Yeah, but when you're a sportsman with a limited window of opportunity to make that cheddar, you've got a few years to make that cheddar, make that money to take you through life and into your and through retirement. And you got to do that. You got to be fiscally sensible. You have to be fiscally prudent. And I just hope for his sake, because I know his brother's okay now, even if he messed up before. But I hope for his sake that he was on his financial P's and Q's. And the reason I'm talking about it is because I don't see much left for him. I don't see much left for him. I don't see who's going to be paying him big pay-per-view money. I don't see it. I think people see the Charlos now as yesterday's news, I'm afraid. That's it. Yesterday's news. The one who we thought, maybe he can do something. Oh no, he just went in there and flopped, talked. He went in there against Canelo and talked. This one seems like a nice guy, but he's got issues. I don't see no massive paydays for him again. So he best be right. He better be right, just for his own sake. He better be right. But anyway, I digress. Trying to get to this Katie Taylor thing. Okay, so boxing fans hit out at atrocious scoring after Katie Taylor's epic fight against Chantel Cameron as the home hero regains her light welterweight title in Dublin. Okay, so I'm going to cut to the chase. Katie Taylor, where's the cut? Where's the cut? Where's the cut? Okay, I want to get to the cut first. I want to get to the cut first. Let's get to the cut. Let's get to the cut. So Katie Taylor, the first one I clicked on, the first damn thing I clicked on, it came up. How you like that? So Katie Taylor is a dirty fighter. People know I'm not really a massive fan of Katie Taylor because she's a dirty fighter. I do like her spirit, her buzzsaw spirit, but I don't like the fact she's a dirty fighter. I don't like the fact that she headbutts people. I don't like the fact that she leaves people with axe wounds in their heads. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. I don't like the fact that she headbutts people and leaves them with axe wounds in their heads. You know what I mean? That's the blood dripping down, but that's the axe wound. It's like an axe wound, like a machete.
That's not a good look.
That's not a good look for anybody, especially a female. You know what I mean? It's not a good look. That's going to leave a scar. And also, if you look further down on the picture, I hope you can see that. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that further down on the picture. That's in the first round where Chantel Cameron here, who was the champion, Chantel Cameron dropped Katie Taylor, who you see lying down here in a rather provocative pose. Just joking. She dropped her. The referee comes in, waves it off, says, no, that wasn't a lockdown. That wasn't a knockdown. I have shown multiple times in the video, all up in the video, and in this show, I have shown clearly and distinctly and unambiguously, even though 33% of the people who responded said they weren't sure, but I showed it clearly, distinctly, and robustly. It's very clear. The evidence was robust that the 2 feet did not come into contact. The argument was that Chantel Cameron may have stood on Katie Taylor's foot and caused her to trip, but that was clearly not the case. The referee waved it off. This was in Dublin. Katie Taylor, the Irish girl, her home place, but that's where Chantel Cameron got the title off her in the first place anyway. Yeah, you're right there. Cameron should appeal, clearly. Yeah, the referee comes in and waves it off. A perfectly good knockdown, and then continued. Yeah, it was a yeah. I mean, let's get it right. Chantel Cameron dropped Katie Taylor with a jab. Let's not get it twisted. Check the ballistics of the nozzle. Let them gargle and swallow. But anyway, what's that there? Why is that there? And why is this here? Okay. As a matter of fact, just for argument's sake, I'm going to show the replay one more time. I'm going to show one more time because I've done it better than I've ever done it. What the hell is this? Am I showing that on my screen? Am I giving them free advertising? No. That's good. So this is slower than it's ever been shown. I'm going to show you super slow-mo. I'm showing you slow-mo. Well, apparently that might not have been slow enough for some people, so I'm going to show you even slower. Super slow-mo. Where is it? Get on with the action. What are they waiting for? Are they waiting for Raphie's command? Okay. Action. There we go. They're moving now. You're going to see clearly and unambiguously. The feet don't touch. As a matter of fact, rat-tat-tat-tat. Not only do the feet not touch, but Katie Taylor's foot actually comes up off the canvas as Chantel Cameron's foot lands. So watch here. Look at the feet. Look at the lead feet. The battle of the feet. Go on. So Cameron's foot comes up. I paused it. Now what's going to happen is Cameron's foot is going to land here, which is next to, about a few inches away from Katie Taylor's lead foot. And then what Katie Taylor's going to do with her lead foot is she's going to bring it up a couple of times, clearly demonstrating that Chantel Cameron's foot is not stood on her foot. So look very carefully, because this is the last time I'm going to do it. I've been doing this. People are trying to beef with the Raphie over Twitter and social media, but it's all good because they've come to the video, and it's been one of my highest performing videos in quite a few months. So I'm very grateful for the interactions that you Katie Taylor fans have given me. But watch. There you go. No contact. Katie Taylor's foot comes up once, then twice. Anybody who tries to tell me that she stood on Katie Taylor's foot is a buffoon. Straight buffoon. That was a knockdown. Oh, let's carry on then. Let's see what the referee does. Numbnuts. Gustavo Numbnuts. In comes Gustavo Numbnuts. Where is he? Where are you, Gustavo Numbnuts? Here he comes. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this here. Look at him. Watch him. Watch him. Look at him. Watch him. She should have just walked over to him and sucked him right in his kisser. That's what she should have done. Just walked over to him and punched him in the kisser. This is in Ireland. That would have been a 10-8 round. And some people are trying to argue with the Raphie. Why you want to argue with the Raphie? Why you want to argue with the Raphie when you know you're wrong? But listen, I'm a maths man. I'm into the mathematics. I'm into numbers. I'm into mathematics. So you know what? Let's do the math. Let's do some math with you. Let's do the math with you. Never stepped on her foot. Got dropped by a jab. He needs to, the judge that scored it 98-92 needs to be investigated, needs to be hanged. He needs to be publicly flogged. They need to take him in Cardiff? Why am I saying Cardiff? Where does he come from? They need to take him from wherever he comes from and publicly flog him. Because we're going to look at that right now. Let's bring this thing down. Because some people have been trying to argue with the Raphie, telling me this, telling me that, but the scorecard is I thought the scorecard was there, but evidently not. The scorecard is there right in front of your faces. We'll take him to Denmark and publicly flog him in Copenhagen or wherever. Give him a breakfast of Danish bacon, force him to eat a pound of Danish bacon, and then flog him publicly. Okay, so that's a bit rubbish, but it's there. I'll actually break it down. Wow. Kieran Dyer relishing second chance of life after life-saving liver transplant. Wow. What's wrong with his liver? Must have had some liver issue. Okay, so let's get into the scorecards. Let me tell you the numbers because it's difficult to see on that crumpled. Okay, so here's the numbers. Okay, so let me show you, let me tell you, let me demonstrate to you how Cameron will be so disheartened. I hope she gets the belts back. I totally hope she gets the belts back. I really hope she gets the belts back. Okay, so let me show you the maths. Let me show you the math of how this thing works. Where is this? Let me blow this up just a little bit. Let's do the math. All right, where are we? Okay, so here we go. All right, vastly different scores. I would say vastly different scores. I would say the scores were consistent, but for one judge. I would allow me to demonstrate. Okay, so one judge had the scorecard at 96-94. There you go, 96-94 in favor of Taylor. Okay, I can live with that. Fine. My scorecard was very different from that, but I can live with that. 96-94. Remember that. The second scorecard was 95-95. So 95-95. So that's a draw. Okay, so that's not vastly different. There was one vastly different scorecard, the rogue scorecard from the Danish bacon was 98-92. All right, the Danish bacon gave the score of 98-92, of course, in favor of Katie Taylor in Dublin, Ireland. Okay, right. Now, what happens, and bear in mind that thing was waved off, the knockdown was waved off. Okay, now, so what happens when you make that round a 10-9 or a 10-8, sorry? What happens when you make that round a 10-8? I will show you. I will tell you. 96, 9. Why is it getting covered up? 96-94 becomes 95. That's one up for Taylor, one down for Katie. That becomes a draw. 95-95. Stay with me. 95-95 95-95 becomes 96-94 for Cameron. I don't know if you realize what's happened there. What's happened there without even needing the bozo, the Danish bacon. We don't even need his scorecard. What happens there is with one scorecard being a draw and the other scorecard being a win for Cameron, what that means is that the third one is kind of irrelevant. That's for Katie Taylor. Fine. But it means that it's a draw. So one person has won. Each individual has won on one judge's scorecard. Two separate judges' scorecards. So you've got two wins for two different fighters. And then the decider is 95-95. That's a draw. What happens in a draw? The champion keeps their belt. OMG. OMG. So that means that Chantel Cameron, if the Danish bacon referee didn't wave, it's a no knockdown. which it was a knockdown. If he didn't do that, as biased as his refereeing was, because let's remember, he was harassing Chantel Cameron in the early part of that fight until Chantel Cameron literally in the clinches had to open her arms. I ain't clinching, you Danish bacon. I ain't clinching. It's her. Stop trying to admonish me. Man's admonishing the woman. She ain't doing nothing. So, is that not a robbery? Is that not a robbery? Well, yeah, it is, because you've just taken a woman's title away from her. That's why she was robbed. Because if you had not taken away her legitimate knockdown, if you had not illegitimately taken away her legitimate knockdown, Chantel Cameron, just with that 1 point, she goes up on one scorecard to win it. She goes up on another scorecard to draw it. And then the third scorecard, which was by some crazy person. Oh, I don't know whether they're talking about the Danish bacon was the judge, not the referee. Okay, whatever. Maybe whatever. Yeah. So drawing on one scorecard, winning on the other, losing on the third one, it means it's a draw, which means that the champion, the reigning champion, maintains their championship. So Chantel Cameron, in drawing that fight, would have maintained her belt. And why I say to you is very clear, and it's this: Chantel Cameron must not fight Katie Taylor in Ireland again. She can't do it, because that was abominable. What I saw was abominable. Absolutely abominable. Yeah, I haven't watched the match as much. Well, I've done a video on it. So check. As a matter of fact, I'll put the I don't have to put the link to the video anyway. You know the channel. You just go into the channel, you look press video, and then you watch it. You know, everybody should be able to have the functionality to be able to do that, even though I suspect that some people don't know to just go to a channel and press video or press live. Some people don't challenge themselves. You know, they just live in a fucking fog. Don't try to better themselves. I mean, don't try to do the simple things that one should be able to do. But yeah, you go into the channel, press video, and the video will be there. It's very simple. You can't, if you count the knockdown, that's a 10-8 round. Yes, 10-8 round, and that just that 1 point difference, because it takes 1 point off the other person, puts 1 point on yours. And just because of that, when you look at the judges' scorecards, what was a 1 point loss for Katie now becomes a drawed scorecard. What was a draw scorecard, Katie loses a point, Chantel wins a point. So now that's a win for Chantel. And the third weirdo, who had it by a ridiculous margin, well, his scorecard just remains a weirdo scorecard. Just a weirdo scorecard. The referee didn't warn Katie about her head, even though when she left the axe wound in Chantel Cameron's head, he was going on at Chantel Cameron. I never want to see Gustavo numbnuts again. A waste of damn space. Sorry to be so harsh, but there you go. This is all Eddie Hearn's fault. Hearn's doing. He made sure Katie Taylor won this time around. He only gives a ish about his cash cow. Chantel Cameron should decline. He'll give the offer, and Chantel Cameron should say no. He's going to throw a boatload of money at her, and she's going to say no. And he goes, oh, give her some more money. She'll do it. Give her some more money. Give her some more ready. She'll do it. No. I hope Chantel Cameron's listening to this. I was very active on social media yesterday because I was pissed on Saturday night. Anybody who listened to the last half of the live will know I was pissed when I saw that robbery. You know, I got other people that I've been laughing since, though, because I've been seeing people doing videos just missing the basic fundamentals, missing. I've had people argue with me on social media saying, no, well, a lot of two of the judges, oh, yeah, that was a classic. Someone came at me on social media and said two of the judges had had Katie Taylor winning the first round anyway. So you see how people are wicked and foolish. So I went back and I looked at the scorecards, and here on this side you see CC. So CC on all the judges' scorecards is the champion, and she's on the left-hand side. Can you see this? No, you can't. Ha. So looky here. There you go. Okay. So up again. So you can see it now, right? Yeah. Okay. So on Katie CC, Chantel Cameron's on the left side every time. On the left side every time. Left side here. And they put the scores together in the center. So they first write the score on the left. Then when they're doing the totting up, they put the scores in the middle and tot up at the bottom. Okay? So the first round, Chantel Cameron. First round, Chantel Cameron. Only on the Weirdos judge. Oh, only on the Weirdos scorecard does he have Katie Taylor winning that. So that's interesting. So let's have a look at the Weirdo scorecard. The Weirdo over here. So if he'd marked that inconsistently with the other guys who had good scorecards, he was one with a bad one. If he had marked it in accordance with the other two scorecards were better, more decent, then that would have been a 10-9 round for Cameron. 10-9. 10-9, yeah. But he did it the other way around. So if that was 10-9 for Cameron, that would have been, he's got 92-98. So it would have been 93-97. 93-97. And if the referee didn't mess up, then it would have been 10-8. So it would have been a 94-96. 94-96. 94-96. 94, even then. That would have been a little bit more respectable, 94-96. Yeah, like here. Like here. So he did three things wrong. One, he had the wrong person win the first round. And two, for this guy to get it right, he would need the referee to help him. He would need the referee to give it a 10-8 round. And even then, he'd still be off. Even then, he'd still be off. Even with the referee ruling a 10-8 round, this third judge here would still be off. So he just needs he don't need an investigation. He needs a public flogging. He needs to be made to eat a pound of Danish bacon and to be flogged in public like about 30 minutes later. That's what needs to happen to him. The other two scorecards, the 95-95, if the ref didn't wave it off, it would have been a 10-8 round instead of a 10-9 round. So Katie Taylor would lose a point. She'd go down to 94. Chantel Cameron would gain a point. She'd go up to 96. So that would read 96-94. I'm going over this again because a lot of people on social media seem to have struggled with the concept. It seems rather simple and straightforward to me. But I've had to explain it to multiple characters at multiple times, even though I've written it down. So whatever. So this becomes 96-94 to Chantel Cameron. And this card here becomes, what's that, 95-90. That's a point off from 96. That becomes 95. And that's a point added to 94, which becomes 95. So the first card becomes a draw. Second card becomes a win, 96-94. That's a win for Chantel Cameron. And the third Weirdos card just remains a Weirdos card. He's got that mark for Katie Taylor. And you know, he probably turned up with the card in his hand, in his pocket, because it doesn't bear any resemblance to the other two judges' scorecards. The other two judges' scorecards are more reflective of mine. Also, what's happening? They do the totting up on the outside and the scoring on the inside. So what's the first two judges? 10-9, 10, well, 10-9, 9-10, 9-10, 9-10, 10-9. Damn. I gave a lot of rounds that I gave to Cameron to Taylor. I gave those rounds to Cameron. A lot of the rounds that I gave to Cameron, I gave to Taylor. I gave to Cameron. What's this? All of these initial rounds, then the middle rounds are happening in the middle rounds. Yeah, nah. I gave Cameron way more rounds than these cats did. but yet with the knockdown, rule the knockdown, Katie Taylor wins. That's amazing. That is amazing. OMG. Let's drop this shizzle down. What's going on? Cameron was the champion at Taylor, got all the champion treatment. Listen, in the trilogy, I'll say it again. Katie, Chantel Cameron should not fight Katie Taylor in Ireland again. Eddie Hearn's going to come to her with a contract. Yeah, hey, this is the best contract you've ever had. And it may be one of the best contracts you'll ever see in your entire career. Don't mess up this bag, Chantel. This will set you up for life. Her and her people need to be on the same page. We ain't fighting Katie Taylor in Ireland again. We'll fight her in England. If she quibbles at that, there's no need to quibble. Fight in England, it's just a small, the Irish Sea. Yeah, just go over the Irish Sea in a boat and you're here in England. Boom. You're here in England. It's going to be down London, where the O2 Arena. Is the O2 Arena? Yeah, whatever. The arena. Yeah, the O2 Arena. You need a bigger place than that. What about Liverpool? What about Liverpool Football Stadium? Yeah, Liverpool, a lot of Irish in Liverpool. Yeah, rich history. Liverpool has a rich history of people crossing over the Irish Sea. People crossing over the Irish Sea and going to Liverpool. Yeah. Go to Liverpool. Cork Park Fantasy. Taylor isn't selling 80K. She ain't selling 80K. Who thinks she is? Who thinks she is? Carl Frutch? Who the hell does she think she is? Carl Frutch? Matter of fact, rat-a-tat-tat, we haven't brought up the maps today. Let's bring up the map. Ireland and England. Ireland, England. Map. Ireland, England map. Images. Images. Boom. What is that? Some kind of weather map? What the hell is that? Get out of here. Get out of here. What is this? Trying to sell me a map on eBay? Get out of here, man. Get out of here, man. What is this? Is this good or is it bad? It's crap. All right. This looks more sensible, more respectable. No, that's okay. This might do it. This might work. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, that's that ish. Oh, no, we don't want that. Can I just find a sensible map? Can I open this in another? Oh, can I open this in another page tab? Yeah. Can I enlarge it? Oh, wow. Look at this. This seems relatively clear. Have a look at this. Have a gander. Have a gander at this. I gassed her up. I gassed her up. The fact that Taylor never lost a point after excessive holding and deliberate headbutting. Yeah, it's crazy, yo. The British judges aren't always so bad. Katie Taylor represents the Republic of Ireland, not part of Britain. I've never seen a rematch in the loser's turf. It was rigged from when Cameron didn't make sure it was in the UK. Yeah, that was Cameron's fault. She should have made sure it was in the UK. Second time Taylor's been gifted a win. Serrano got robbed. I don't know about the Serrano fight because she came back in the Serrano fight. Katie Taylor stopped listening to her trainer, and then she came back in that fight. But when she was listening to her trainer, she was getting battered. I'll tell you which fight she did lose for sure, and that was the first Delphine Pursoon fight. May have lost the second one as well. I'd watch Delphine Pursoon beat up Katie Taylor any day of the week. That was good stuff. In fact, I might cheer myself up by watching Katie Taylor versus Delphine Pursoon 1. Oh my gosh! I just, she that the Billy Goat head, slashing people with her head. I mean, she's one of the few people I know she can leave a machete wound on somebody's head through a headbutt. You know what I mean? Before she steps in the ring, when the referee checks your gloves and checks all this kind of shit, you should check her forehead the next time she gets in the ring. You know what I mean? But if you want to see Katie Taylor lose, go and check out either of the Delphine Pursoon fights, particularly the first one. No question about it. No question about it. But let's have a look at the map. Let's have a look at this shizzle. Let's have a look at the shiznicks. Boom, boom, boom. Can you see what I can see? Do you see what I see? Can you see? Can't you see? What is this here? What is this? Boom. No, that's not what I want, man. That's not how I want the thing to look. This is how I want it to look, like so. Boom. Yeah. Okay. Right. So let's go to the map. All right. Belfast is here. Oh, it's close to Scotland than it is England. This is the Scottish border. This is England, and south of the border and now north of the border is Scotland. Well, Scotland's bigger than I realized for a start. And in fact, Ireland's bigger than I realized. Look at the width of it. It's quite wide. And look how long it is. Cork, Galway, Dublin. Is Dublin got a port? Is Dublin on the sea? I didn't realize it was so. Never really studied it like that. Limerick. Yeah, they got problems in Limerick. What kind of problems? Yeah, look at that. Look at that for yourself. They had some riots, some robbing, some looting on Friday. Was it even safe for them to be there? Was it even safe? This is the shipping lanes right here, so you can go to from Dublin. In fact, you get to Wales first, which is what I thought. You get to Clonarden. Go on, that's not Clonarden. That's Carnarvon. Or you want to just sail around? Just sail around. If you want to get straight to Liverpool, what Liverpool FC? Get on a boat. Row your boat gently down the stream. You get on a boat. Well, this is the Irish Sea, I believe, or the Celtic Sea. Okay, this is the Celtic Sea. You get on a boat. You go around Carnarvon, and you land in Liverpool. You got Liverpool FC. They've got a football stadium. It's quite rather large. There you go. You want a stadium fight? There's your stadium fight in Liverpool FC. There you go. Problem solved. But you have the Principality Stadium. You have the Principality Stadium in Wales, and that's got a lid. The Principality Stadium, it's got a roof, it's got a lid. They can open it, close it. So what's the excuse there? What's the problem? There ain't no problem. I just showed you. I showed you the trade routes. From Dublin, you get in a boat, as depicted here. This is a boat. You go, in fact, you don't even go around Wales. This is Wales. Don't even go around Wales. Just go to Wales, the Principality Stadium in Cardiff. Principality Stadium in Cardiff. It's got a roof. It's got a roof. Do that. Very simple. Very simple. Okay. There it is. What can I say? What can I summarize? Katie Taylor was robbed. No trilogy fight in Ireland. You come over to England. You got your choice. I'm giving you a choice. You got Liverpool Football Stadium, or if you want to go drop straight into Wales, drop in straight into Wales and find the Principality Stadium in Wales. It's got a roof. It's got a lid. It's got a roof. You could even go to Scotland. Is there a soccer? What is it? Rangers, Celtic? Well, that's a bit sectarian. You might not want to do that. You might not want to do that. Well, the O2, they're going to say there's not enough people. There's only about 16,000 capacity in the O2 arena. And the Wembley Stadium is going to be too big. So what I'm saying is, you go to the Principality Stadium, and they're going to say, "Why should they travel to London?" Well, okay, listen, Wales, it's a boat ride away. Wales is a boat ride away. Liverpool's a boat ride away. It's a day trip. You can make it a day trip. You can leave out in the afternoon, get there an hour later, do some lunch, get a Mickey D's down your neck.
Say, Raphie.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to cut out, bro. So I'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you very much. That was the Fight Doctor. Much appreciated. Shout out goes to the Fight Doctor. Excellente. Yeah. So there you go. It's a boat ride away. You're on the mainland. You're on the mainland. You go to Wales, go to Liverpool, take your pick. You want to go to Scotland? Yo, that's just a boat ride away too. That's the quickest point actually from Belfast right there to Kieran. That's Northern Ireland. This is the Republic of Ireland down here. So listen, there's no excuses. You see it right there. But I'm speaking as Chantel Cameron's representative, and there will be. Let me make this clear. Read my lips. Read my lips. There will be no trilogy fight in Ireland. You messed it up. You got a dodgy ref. You got a dodgy ref in, and you got a dodgy judge. So you got a dodgy ref, dodgy judge, dodgy commentary. Nah, it's too much. It's too much, broski. Too much, broski. It's too much. Raphie can't take it no more. You robbed the girl. You robbed that girl. I remember. But I said it enough times now. I ain't gonna say it no more. Okay. What can one say? You have been in tune too. So smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. And if you haven't checked out the video, the Chantal Cameron Rob video, I suggest you do. Because I was looking around all the other content providers, and not one of them is breaking it down as well as me. And I'm not saying that to be boastful. If you find one other mofo, who's broken down what happened in that fight better than I, you write that, you check out the video and write it down below. Write it down below. If you find one mofo in the whole of the boxing YouTube that broke that fight down better than me, a lot of them still haven't caught up to the fact that 10-8 round makes it a draw, makes the whole fight a draw. A lot of them, I got people on social media I broke it down to. I said, no. They say, no, you got your maths wrong, Raphie. I broke it down to them again. They're still scratching their heads. So if you find one mofo through the whole of this boxing sphere that broke that fight down and got it right like I did, and told you that one decision by the referee corrected means that Chantal Cameron keeps her belt. Just that 1 point difference. Just that 1 point difference. Even for the weirdo Danish judge. I know Dwyer said that she was robbed. Yeah. But I'm pretty damn sure that he didn't say, he hasn't made it clear. He probably don't realize himself that just the 1 point difference from the ref not interfering with the knockdown, that 1 point difference, when you look at all the three scorecards, it means that she goes from a draw on one score to winning just for the 1 point. She goes from losing on one scorecard by a point to drawing on that scorecard, and that automatically means she's drawn. That automatically means she's drawn because the weirdo Danish judge who had the wide scorecard for Cameron, his card don't matter because it still stays Katie winning. But another card, the card that was a draw, has Chantel winning, and the card where Chantel was down a point, it's a draw now. So she wins on a card, she draws on a card. The fight's a draw. The champion in a draw remains the champion. None of them YouTube mofos. I've checked them out. None of the YouTube mofos have got it right. Only the Raphie. I'm not saying that as an opinion. It's just a fact. Check out my video. I'm the only one who says it. Other people will say after me. Nobody said it before me. Even T Streets. I think he said it was a robbery, but he didn't follow it through. He didn't go to the logical conclusion. He didn't look at the numbers and realize that if the knockdown was awarded, he didn't realize that the knockdown being awarded would mean that the fight would be a draw and Katie Taylor and Chantel Cameron wins. I am giving myself some flowers for the only person I've seen get it totally right. A lot of people have got it totally wrong. But this will remain a historical moment in the boxing history. So many people didn't get it right, but Raphie did. Chantel Cameron needs to do an interview with the only person who gave her a due and the only person who broke it down properly. And that's me, the only one. I'm one of one to get it right. Nobody else has broken it down. Nobody else has shown you how Chantel Cameron would have kept her belt just by the referee not interfering. She used to come over here and do that shit. Yeah, it's a fact that champions get, but she wasn't even the champion. You mean the A side? You mean the A side get favored? Yes, the A side does get favored. You don't need to be a champion to be the A side. OMG. Went over by a good 45 minutes. I thought it was going to be a quick one tonight because Rick was only available for half an hour, but we had things to talk about. And nobody but me. Nobody but me got it right throughout the whole. How many YouTube channels are there? Thousands. There's only one that got it right. One. There can only be. Where's my finger? Only one person. Only one. Only one. Let's use the other finger. Oh, that's on that side now. What's going on? Can you see the finger? Can you follow the finger? Can you follow the finger? What happens if I do this? Oh, it don't work. What happens if I do that? What is that? FBI, don't you be watching me. Don't try and get my fingerprints off this. Don't try and do a freeze frame and do my fingerprints off this. Yeah. Nobody got it right. Nobody got it right. But me. Nobody got it right but me. That's not a boast. That's just nice assessment. Nobody got it right. But me. I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud that I was able to break it down. I'm very proud that I was able to give the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio followers something that no one else was able to do. Just get it right. Get the breakdown right. Get the breakdown right. You know what I mean? So if you're into this shizzle, you subscribe. If you're into these types of insights, you subscribe. That's exactly what you do. Taylor will duck Cameron. No, why would she duck Cameron? She lost that fight and she still won. She ain't gonna duck Cameron. She's gonna have it again in Ireland. What Cameron must not do is she must not fight Katie Taylor again in Ireland. Absolutely not. Or else they'll do it like this again. And that's gonna sting. That's gonna really sting. She doesn't want to fight her again. Who, Taylor? Of course she does. In Ireland. She's going to be the first female trilogy fight, apparently. They're talking about she's a goat and all this shit. The goat of what? A Billy goat? Yeah. Okay, let's write that in. Let's write that in. Katie Taylor. Billy goat? The Billy goat? Goat, the goat. OAT, the goat, or Billy goat. Is Katie Taylor the goat or the Billy goat? Katie Taylor the goat or Billy goat? What's the time saying? OMG. %, but do not fight her in Ireland. Do not, Chantel Cameron, do not fight her in Ireland. And the final question is Katie Taylor the GOAT or Billy GOAT? Have you seen the gash? Have you seen the gash that she inflicted on Chantel Cameron? The delectable Chantel Cameron. Have you seen that? What do you think of Dubois wanting to fight Taylor? I haven't really watched Dubois. You're obviously talking about Caroline Dubois. I've watched one of her early fights. I haven't really watched her. So I can't really comment on that, but I have heard her say that. Billy Goat, she's a fraud. OMG. OMG. You've seen the gash. I don't need to show you the gash again, but I'll show you the gash. One more time. One last time. I'll show you the gash. Is that it? No. That's the gash right there. I take a look at Chantel Cameron's gash. It's terrible. It's terrible. Katie Taylor the go-to. Why didn't I put a question mark after that? Damn it. Damn it. Robbed. That's the gash. That's the gash. Okay. We've done it. Stayed way longer than I should have done. I noticed, there's no really super chats in the chat, really and truly. So I'll have to get the membership thing going. Pay a couple of quid a week. What, 3 quid? 3 quid a month? 4 quid a month? 5 quid a month? What's acceptable? What's acceptable? How much you want to pay? £4 a month? $4.99? £1 a week? What's acceptable? Okay. I need to get that up and popping because it's a nice little boutique studio channel we got going on here. You know what I mean? You get the top quality insight. That's what you're getting. Top quality insight. Okay. Yeah, that was a bad headbutt. Okay. What do you say? It's the Raphael Dawkins. It's the Ask Rick. It's the Cameron Robbed. Andrade Monstered. It's the original wrap-up show. It's the Boxing Talk with Raphie, with Rick Glaser. What else can I say? We are out. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. What else do I say? What I normally say, I've forgotten, but it's okay. Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio, we are out. And don't forget to tune in. Don't forget to check out the videos, live shows, Mondays, sometimes a Wednesday or Thursday. Mofos, pardon my language, mofos be tripping, trying to get on the same nights that I'm on. I got the notorious copycat. She's still at it. They can't get off the Raphie's dick. I don't know why. Get to Taylor practice the headbutting and sparring. OMG. It's Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio, and we are out. Blessed.